Hello everybody, and thank you for clicking on this video. I really appreciate it. If you're here for a reason. I'm going to start this video off by saying, oh hi, I'm Angel. Nice to meet you. If you're on the spiritual path, I'm so glad that we can all enjoy it together. This has been very interesting. If you've seen any of my videos, there's been a lot of crazy shifts and energetic frequencies, and I was very ungrounded a couple of weeks ago when I was doing some channeled messages. My vessel was not I had not taken the signs to heart to fully prepare for the energy that was coming in. I feel like if I would have maybe eaten some more root vegetables, did more grounding, maybe some longer meditations, the information could have came in a different way, maybe in a more digestible way. So if you have bared with me through this, I really appreciate it, because this has been a roller coaster of experiences learning this new way of being. So with that said, one, be patient with yourself, because there are up days and there are lower days, and we're just supposed to acknowledge the energy and move through it and accept it as the energy, instead of trying to delude ourselves into something else. Now, delusion can be very beneficial, you know, putting feels out there for, you know, this is how I feel, it's not what I prefer, this is actually what I do prefer, so you can give inklings and indications to the universe, confirmation birth. But ultimately it's a lot about like acceptance. So I'm gonna move on from saying, I don't know why I'm saying that. Okay. Mistletoe. So I actually picked up some the other day. I was like, oh my god, this looks like mistletoe. And it naturally fell, and I looked it up, and then I kind of brushed it off. I do a lot of looking up of symbology, symbolism, because the universe works in symbols, and so does our subconscious, and they're constantly giving us, you know, this is the dream world, this is the dream state, technically. We think it's real, and we think when we dream, that's the dream state, but it's the opposite. So there are there are signs and symbols that are being dropped for us all the time. So when I went and took my dog out this morning, I saw it was there again, and I was like, man, I never printed off that paper. So thank you, Spirit, for reminding me, because actually it was yesterday. I was driving, and it was the same tree I was driving by, and I just saw it fall, and I was like, man. And then this morning, so technically 3 times, it was 3 signs. Thank you, Spirit. Confirmation from the train. So you're gonna do it again? And again? Okay, so we got 3 and 4. So 4. So today is June 10th. This is timeless, so whenever you're seeing this is when you're supposed to see it, okay? But mistletoe has long been seen as a sacred liminal plant, not rooted in the earth, but growing between heaven and earth. Often high in the branches of trees, especially oak or apple. It's been revered across Celtic, Norse, Druidic, and even Christian traditions for its healing, protective, and magical properties. So if mistletoe falls naturally from a tree, it can symbolize a gift from the spiritual world, 355. In Druidic traditions, mistletoe was harvested ritually and never allowed to touch the ground. If it falls naturally, it's seen as a divine offering, a message or medicine from the invisible realms. The spiritual message, the spirit world is offering you a tool of healing or insight. Something hidden is now being revealed. The end of a cycle, letting go. Mistletoe, which is parasitic, eventually weakens the host tree. Its fall can indicate that something that once clung to your life, perhaps a belief, person, or energetic attachment, is being released naturally. So congratulations, 444 on the timer. Spiritual message, a karmic tie or old wound is being shed without struggle, trust letting go. Death and rebirth energies. Mistletoe was associated with the death and resurrection myths, especially in Norse lore, where the god Baldur was slain by mistletoe. Its fall might point to a symbolic death, preparing you for rebirth or transformation. You're entering a threshold moment. Something sacred is dying, so something greater may awaken. Unexpected blessing or protection. In folk magic, mistletoe was hung in homes for protection, love, and fertility. It falls near you. If it falls near you, it may represent an unexpected blessing or that you are being watched over by unseen guardians. You are protected and blessed. This is a sacred sign of unseen support. And there is a connection to the divine feminine because the mistletoe lives between worlds, you know. So that is all I have for the mistletoe. It's very significant for it to come up 3 different times. I feel like this is going to speak to somebody's soul in some way, and I love it when it does that. So I'm reveling in it with you. I do resonate with a few of these things because with the shifts and maybe you didn't know. Maybe you were like, oh my gosh, I've done all this healing. Like, what is left? What is left to heal? It's like you can talk about the circumstances, the trials and tribulations that you went through without attaching emotion to it, because you know that you were supposed to go through those things so you could be molded and become the person that you are today, and that your future self wants you to become. So when I was reading this, I wanted to ask a question. What is being let go? What is being let go? And I will be pulling from the Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Very random how I pulled this out of my closet this morning. As well as one from the Empath Activation Cards. Amazing deck, by the way. Shamans wrote it. And then the Tao Oracle. So, yeah, let's see what it is. We have the elementals coming in. Huh. You did something, and they saw you, and they said thank you. You picked up some trash or something that didn't belong to you? But you knew, and you're like, oh, I'm right here. I can pick it up and just throw it away, even though it didn't belong to you. Wow. Look at you saving the earth one piece of trash at a time. That's, where it starts. It's all the micro habits that end up evolving into a big one. So let's see. We have, oh, okay. So the 8 of Wands is like, usually falling into place. Sudden changes and stuff. Yeah, waiting on healing. So you are letting go of this waiting energy, waiting for something outside of you to change your internal world. Because we have the 6 of Cups here with the 8 of Wands in reverse. 834. You could have been waiting on pleasure. You could have just been waiting and sitting in some kind of comfortable energy. And I want to see what you're going into, what energy you're stepping into right now. Because this is what you're letting go of. So the thing is you were supposed to be in that energy. You were supposed to be delayed. You were supposed to be waiting. And you were supposed to be in this comfortable energy to allow a healing behind the scenes. What are they stepping into? What was this preparing them for? What was this preparing them for? Spirit. That is way too many. But there's the Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the King of Wands. It's like a slow moving material kind of energy. But it's like brutal. Like, it's brutal because you have to hold the vision, the bigger picture, taking control of your own life, no longer waiting here with the King of Wands. I'm not going to take them, I put them back, but yeah, somebody's done waiting. Somebody is like taking the bull by the horns. So 10, 11 on the timer, maybe you're a Taurus or you have significant Taurus placements. 10 of Wands. Now, I know people can say this is a burden card, but for me, it's also just, you were built for something. You were built for this responsibility. And it says stress, but there is such thing as healthy stress, okay? And if your mindset is on, oh, it's like playing a video game. You don't complain. You're not like, oh my God, level 2, there's this boss. And like, I just wanted to go sit down and chill and just wait. Like, there is a time to honor the waiting period, to allow healing, to enjoy some comfort. But it's like, it's a healthy stress. It's like, it's still gonna take work, but it's like somebody's mindset isn't looking at it as a hard thing to do. So you're reframing your memories. You're reframing a vision of like, okay, if this is what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm gonna romanticize it. If this is my purpose, instead of looking and focusing on the downfalls, I'm going to remind myself that there is something missing. I have noticed, I've been waiting for some kind of healing. And it's like, it's your step. Things behind the scenes have already been taken care of. Yeah. It's already been taken care of, and now is the time for you to step into this responsible energy because you were built for it and you're able to handle the stress because you know the bigger picture. Like going back to that King of Wands energy, like people may not like the truth, people may not like to, and you're gonna feel it most likely. But the thing is like their ignorance don't let the ignorance affect you, and I mean ignorance in the most respectable way, we were all there at one point. So it's about being loving and compassionate and nurturing and realizing we're all on different paths. Just because they're not at your level yet doesn't mean that they're less than you. It's like a first grader and a sixth grader. You don't compare them. It would be pointless. Like one is older, one has been in school for longer. So there's no comparing. One is not better than the other. One is just further along down the path. This, 10 of Wands and strength. You could have a significant Leo placement. Your self-confidence, your inner power, your, compassion, your bravery and confidence. This is what, and there's something about spots. There's something about dots. Lovers at the bottom of the deck. This is your choice. You have a choice. Okay, 1335. Love, unions, balance. This is I feel like whoever I'm talking to, this is gonna bring balance in your life in ways that you didn't even expect. You didn't even think of, is what Strange just said. Okay, so I heard one more. I'll grab one more for that, and then we're gonna see what the obstacle and resistance is. Obstacle and resistance, or I mean, one more for the strength and 10 of Wands. Ooh, Page of Wands. They want you to remember that. Remember about distractions, okay? We got the Page of Wands here in reverse. It's, don't be too hasty, but this energy also just seems like it's going to be pretty quick moving. It hasn't been quick moving recently in the past year or so because there's been a lot of reflective energy. A lot, again, the waiting, the healing, you know, maybe waiting for something outside of you, but now you're getting the information that you need to take the bull by the horns. You need to grab all those wands. You need to take them up to that house. You need to have courage and strength and know that you've been through even worse things before. And now it's by your choice. You're not being slammed into it. Don't be impatient, okay? Don't allow distractions to pull you away from what you know you're supposed to be doing. Okay, yes, obstacles and resistance, and then we're going to get an opportunity card, like for what your opportunity is. Ooh. So, it did come out in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse coming out as your challenge and resistance. A lot of lines, man. If you're bitter or jealous because other people have, it seems like they're ahead of you or you're behind, that needs to be worked on and release. Do some thalamus gland tapping. Say, I release all jealousy, all evil eye. Because if you're noticing jealousy and evil eye all around you, that means there is a piece inside of you that is bitter, that is jealous, that has evil eye. Yeah, we don't want to look at that part of us. We don't want to acknowledge that, but that is the truth. Because if you're resonating at that, you need to acknowledge it. I went through something similar not too long ago. There was some beautiful readers, beautiful people, just their souls, their exterior, their aesthetics. And it made me feel a certain way. Yeah, it made me feel a certain way. My phone's totally gonna die soon, so let's move this along. So pay attention to how you feel on certain videos and ask yourself, why do I feel this way towards this person? And it's most likely because they're doing something that your soul really wants to be doing, or like you feel like you could be doing and you're not. And that's on you, not on them. That has nothing to do with them. It has to do with you. Everything comes back to us. It's an inside job. Everything is us. It's all about you in the sense of the one and the all. Okay. So your resistance being the Queen of Wands, you might be too demanding. There's that jealousy thing, temperamental or bullying, or just a lack of confidence. Ooh, the Sun and the Three of Cups is trying to peek out. What's their advice? Let's get a card for advice. Please. Please, and thank you. Advice. Eight of Pentacles. Okay, this is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse for your advice. And it says lack of quality, rushed job, bad reputation, lack of motivation, mediocrity, laziness, low skill, dead-end job. Maybe you get bursts of inspiration. Maybe it's not something that you're going to be forcing. But I'm also getting for somebody, this might, like I said earlier, a quickness of energy. A quickness of energy. I also heard somebody's got a bad reputation and you should use that to your advantage. I don't know. You have a bad reputation, but you can use it to your advantage. And the thing is there's no such thing as good or bad, so it's all about perspective. And there's those dots, like she's got these dots on her socks. I'm telling you, what's up with the dots? I don't know what's going on. The leopards, the dots, and then I saw a dragonfly this morning that had dots and specks all over it, which I had never seen before in my life. Okay, so give me one more for this advice, because this is a little... Exactly. Oh my god, look at my cucumbers, guys. Oh, sorry, Citronella. Look at my beautiful cucumber. Okay. My tomato's not like that. My cat ate it. Luna, how dare you? Okay. Okay, Page of Pentacles, ambitious. Okay, this is what I'm getting. I'm gonna go back on what I said about that. Somebody, it's time to scoot the boot. It's time to put something into action, and so that it can actually be grounded here in the 3D. This is good. This is an energy that is going to allow people to see you as faithful, loyal, grounded, and dependable, goal-oriented, diligent, And it says ambitious, but I don't really want to say ambitious because being ambitious can lead down the road of ego, which can lead us to feeling worthless or that we're not good enough or we're not doing enough. That's the big one, that we're not doing enough. And I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you have understood the principle of non-action action. If you know what I mean. Yeah, Knight of Pentacles, taking it nice and slow and steady, overseeing the growth, not missing anything. Like the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck, but it's like it's the very last one. It's like making sure everything's been taken care of. It's almost like they rush forward and the Knight of Pentacles is taking the nice slow. It's like the late bloomer, but in the game it's like, oh, well, they missed this and they missed this and they missed this on the way, and they're like closing all the portals. Oh god. Okay, what's a possible outcome? But I do see that somebody needs to be a little ambitious for sure, but don't let it take hold. Be a little goal oriented. Continue being a student of the earth and yourself, and remain loyal and faithful to what you're being shown, what you're being given. Okay. What's our possible outcome? Most likely outcome. Whoa, when did that get flipped over? I'm not taking it. It was the Hermit though. Oh, it's got a booby on it. Sense of belonging, wholeness, harmony, completion, achievement, and fulfillment. So, 21-23. This is your possible outcome. Something about fixed signs. Check out your fixed signs. Maybe they need a little balancing. Also getting the 4 directions. Oh, BJ. You're stepping into a higher power. Inner voice, unconscious, intuition, mystery, spirituality. I want one more. I do. The devil's at the bottom of the deck. 2202. Oh, give me one more. Give me one more. I want one more. Give me one more. Oh, I love you. My son just woke up. 2 of Swords. Wait a minute, because this is like the mini intuition card. This is like the mini priestess to me a little bit. Like blind faith, but also indecision. Not knowing where to go, closing out. Somebody's stepping into the unknown and they're not going to know what it is until they go. Yeah, I don't think Spirit's going to give us an answer for this. And if I just keep going, it's not going to be the right answer. Yeah. Yeah, it'll cause separation, rejection, division, imbalance, tension, or bad communication or withdraw. Yeah, so we're not going to proceed forward because Spirit is very clear about that. But we do have a lot of 2s, and I did say 2202, and we have 22. And then the priestess, so 222. Okay, so there is a cycle that is possibly closing for whoever I'm talking to if you seize this moment and you realize that the responsibility, the work that is to be put in, you're fully capable of doing so. The delays are over. It's time to step into that confidence, that new way of being, just, it's not fixing, it's not trying to dictate and tell people what they should and shouldn't do, or this is right and this is wrong. It's being supportive. It's being accepting of everybody, no matter what part of their path that they are on, including yourself. And celebrating all the little wins, because it's all the micro things. It's all the little things that add up to something big. So with that said, before either my phone dies or my son decides to just, come out. We are going to get one from the Empath Activation cards. I love these cards. I've been treating them a little more sacred-like, which makes sense because it was developed by shamans. So, well, Stephanie Redfeather. And something about, red, and then red clover came up yesterday. So there's like a lot of red subconscious. And star bathing, number 43. Star. There's those dots. Guys, look at this. Look at those dots. What is up with all these dots? Oh my god. Okay. That's funny. What's up with the dots, man? Is this like the last one? Jeez Louise. Although the stars are ever present, your ability to see them at night provides a visible portal through which you can connect to your celestial essence. Your star relatives and your galactic guides, you are now being asked to commune with your celestial kin. Ooh, I thought a cosmic kin. To receive vital light codes as well as to raise your vibrational frequency. Starlight has a special refined frequency, and bathing in its energies is a magical experience. Star bathing simply means spending time when the sun is down, consciously gazing at and connecting with the heavenly bodies. Your star bath could be done in an outdoor hot tub, pool, or other body of water. It could be conducted as you lay directly on the ground in a sacred location. If it's too cold outside, turn off the lights in the house and camp out next to a large window. Wherever it's held, do your best to avoid light of any kind so your eyes can adjust to dark and take in as vast a swath of sky as possible. Think of this activity as sacred ceremony. Your galactic elders are summoning you to the council fire. You have reached a rite of passage, and your celestial kin celebrate you. Oh my gosh, guys, you're being celebrated. Okay. I knew I felt that. Join them in circle to receive the transmissions and expand vision that are waiting to be downloaded into your light body. But also know quite simply that that they are your friends and wish to have a more active relationship with you. They invite you to connect with them on a regular basis, whether you starbathe or just invoke them in a meditation. Consider journaling more frequently, for they also desire to channel messages to you. If the stars, constellations, or celestial bodies with which you resonate most are not visible where you live, or visible only during certain times of the year, do not let this dissuade you. Print a picture, choose a medicine piece to represent the star beings, or meditate on their energy or name. Your intention is what is most important in your communion. You will receive exactly what you are meant to receive. Each subsequent connection will strengthen and grow your relationship with your star relatives. Additionally, this oracle is confirmation that your operating system is ready for an upgrade. On one or more levels, biologically, physiologically, mental, energetic, spiritual, emotional, physical, and etheric. Your system has begun to run sluggish. You might be experiencing fatigue, overwhelm, or slow mental processing. Just like a computer, this celestial upgrade will help your system run more efficiently and handle the higher and more potent frequencies of light coming into the planet. What did I talk about at the very beginning of this reading? 2729. Those light frequencies, stay grounded. If you feel like your body is going a little haywire, go lay on the ground. Put your fingers in some sand or some dirt. I don't care. Touch some plants. Get your hands in something to connect to Mother Gaia to help you keep you grounded during these downloaded times. The collective human frequency is rising at a faster rate. These celestial upgrades are necessary for you to operate effectively as you walk into your sacred purpose. Let your celestial brothers and sisters bathe you in a sacred starlight. Know without a doubt that your star relatives are seeking active relationship with you and have messages they wish to transmute. Spend time journaling, seed your dream time, or use meditation to connect with the essence of the celestial beings. Damn straight, guys. Damn straight. Go out at night. I know the strawberry moon was looking fabulous last night. So, go enjoy the cosmic energies that are available to you and start filling your cup and creative energy that makes you feel abundant and just like you're doing something. You're actually making a difference. So, if my phone cuts off, I will be downloading this no matter what without editing. When that day comes that I have the time to edit and make a bunch of fancy stuff, which I do love and miss doing, I will. But until that time, I'm going to only give what I am capable of giving in a healthy way at this time. That's too many. It did say treading contemplation, but all right, Spirit, just give me one. Woo-hoo-hoo. That was way more than one. The gentle, penetrating, a soft approach, faith, moderation, a subtle but deep influence, understanding, and non-violence. This is like double water, isn't it? And that color up there is very significant. It's like a Aqua, it's like higher heart throat chakra, kind of. Yeah. Double water. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Youthful folly. Ooh. Watch out for that reckless behavior, impatience, okay? 57. There are times when only a gentle approach will do. By progressing slowly, silently, and steadily, it often happens that the most lasting effects are achieved. In nature, the effects of the gentle can be seen in the wind making patterns in sand dunes, or in flowing water that sculpts the raw edges of rock. The force of wind and water is transparent. It is the power of rhythms that invisibly but insistently affect change. It can manifest as the faith that moves mountains and miraculously heals. It is the power of love that transforms darkness into light. It is prayer. Just as wind penetrates and disperses the most dense cloud cover, so too the subtle penetrating quality of understanding makes it possible to see through the temporal into the eternity of truth. Gentleness is nonviolent. It is the middle way that disperses confusion and disorder and reveals the vast sky of clarity. In order to support its consistent efforts, the gentle remains in the background, happy to be doing its thing without drawing attention to itself or possible interference. It's the way of least resistance. This is active and modest at the same time. Gentleness is flexible and free, not burdened by the maintenance cost of keeping a high profile. What did I say about this Ten of Wands and changing the outlook of it not being a burden? This responsibility doesn't have to be a burden. It can be something that sets you free. And that's exactly what it's doing. And that's exactly what it just said right here. Not a burden by the maintenance of cost of keeping a high profile. If you want this high profile, if you want the life that you're wanting, it's not going to be a burden at all. Sending out a press release about any decisions you might make now would be self-defeating and jeopardize the long-term possibilities inherent to your current situation. Yes, keep it to yourself. Let them think that you're still stuck and stagnant in that comfortable energy because somebody is trying to keep you there. An energy. It could be another version of you. There's so many different possibilities. There's another force. That's the whole point of this life, is there's always going to be a force to help kick us into that energy. So do not share what you are doing until it is completely done and it's up off the ground and moving. Like it's already, like nobody can stop it, that momentum. To strive to make your presence felt in an obvious way would be to create a subtle block out of your own notoriety. This is not the time to make sweeping changes or to announce future plans. The focus instead should be on adaptability as you tune into the subtle and shifting currents of change. Stay alert. In this way, it will be possible to act assertively and decisively when and if the right time arises. Meanwhile, it's best to keep a steady pace in all that you do, creating positive and supportive routines that can be done without involving the mind too much. Practicing any form of meditation keeps the mind clear and flexible, makes it easier to keep an overview. In order to see the bigger picture, you must periodically create some distance between yourself and the forest. Only then is it possible to see the trees where you stand in relation to them. Rather than getting lost in details or worrying about making progress, hold the vision and be willing to wait. You have been willing to wait. I feel like this is the non-action turning into action when you feel it. Being patient and surrounding yourself with a sense of spaciousness are prerequisites to perceiving the meandering course of Tao that will bring the right conclusions to your efforts in the right time. Be uncompromising in clearing away any mental debris that might be creating doubt, or at the other extreme, the kind of overconfidence that can sabotage the subtle but deep progress that has already been made. Stay on the path of least resistance will be the most intelligent approach to your current circumstances. So, yeah, that was beautiful. Path of least resistance, put it out into the world, create that mantra, create that way of speaking to yourself. I take the path of least resistance with ease and grace. I'm fully aware and present in each moment. I trust myself. I have confidence in my inner knowing. And just keep repeating those things over and over to you, because this is going to take a soft approach. but it's also, it's a tilting back and forth. It's kind of like the mistletoe being in between worlds. And it even talked about like being able to see the forest for the trees. You know, you have to be able to step back, go forward, step back, go forward. If you're able to get into this rhythm of checking these different perspectives, different dimensions, different layers of what is presented to you in whatever situation you're in, confirmation verb, it's going to give you a more holistic view of everything, and you're going to be so confident and calm and still in this new way of being, because you're able to maneuver and flow and understand things, and you don't need to explain yourself. Don't explain how you're getting your message. Everybody gets them in a different way, so just deliver the message. There is no reason to explain yourself, because then they might not actually take it, because they're like, oh well, they heard it in the wind, I'm not taking that advice. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have to not dim your light, but like enter into the muggle mundane, like, you know, the secret undercover millionaire, but you're actually a secret undercover like angel, high vibrational being who has done this in multiple other places, and now you're just remembering and then learning to anchor it into this earth realm. So whoever you are, you're doing great. This is fantastic. I love this for you. So I love you, the universe loves you, and everything's working out for your best and your highest good. And until next time, guys, peace.